Hi, and thanks so much for joining me here in my shop. Hey, it's the 21st of July, another beautiful day, so I don't want to spend too much time in the shop here. Now, in the last video, I got to the end, and frankly, the level of confusion in my head is just going up and up and up. And my sense of having some kind of rational plan to go at this radio and resolve its behavior is, well, I don't have one. I'm really quite vacuous on that at this point. So what I've decided today is maybe I don't have enough information in my head. So I'm going to spend my session today poking around and examining this with instruments as much as possible while it's operating, in the hopes of discovering a piece of information, realizing something I haven't realized yet, clarifying how this operates, although this is a very, very simple radio, really. And just maybe I can hit on something here. I want to throw everything I can at it. I'm also hoping to use my SDR radio here, and we'll poke around a bit with that and see what that'll show us too. Let's put the SDR on that. Let's see what we get. SDR time. What do we see with an SDR? Now, myself a little bit of protection here. My SDR. A little wee bit of protection, not a lot. This might disturb this radio terribly. We're listening to it here. Let me turn it up. Doesn't seem to do much. Jeez. Okay, let's clip it on. Here we go. I'm blowing the front end of my SDR apart, probably. Turn this down. Turn down. Can't turn it down now. Why is that? Tune it to quiet it down, for crying out loud. My patience is running thin, I can tell. Okay, hang there. Don't go anywhere. Okay, back to the SDR. Okay, so all we're hearing in the shop is the old radio. And we're looking at what the SDR is seeing. Maybe. Tune the old radio and we'll see if the SDR shows any variations. Anything happening? This is more disappointing than I would have imagined. Holy smokes, what the heck did that just tell us? Okay, lower right corner, obviously there's the SDR. Just fix the camera angle a little bit. Here we go. Now, there's at least a 1 second, 1.5 second delay in the SDR's processing time. It's not instant, so when I tune this, you gotta wait about a second for the result to appear on the SDR. Watch. It's very, very difficult to tune things watching the SDR. Anybody want to take a shot at explaining that? Let's go further here. Nobody home up here. Is that because of this? Apparently not. It's this sudden area, as if get down here and the whole thing comes to life. exactly is that? What, it really shouldn't be a frequency sweeping up and down the, I don't think there should be. I think this radio is going into oscillation maybe, down in this area. It's oscillating now, and as I tune it, it moves the oscillation. Oops, I killed it there. So there's a short happening right at the very end of the run, shorting out this capacitor there. Okay, so that's pretty bizarre. That certainly suggests to me there's an oscillation in here, but I don't know. Let's try moving this connection a little further down the way. If we try going on the grid leak resistor into here. Okay, this might be the grounded side of the resistor. Jeez, I got this thing hanging here. This is not the best arrangement. Okay, we'll go on the other side of the resistor. I'm sure there's something there. That didn't seem to blow the SDR. So I believe what we're looking at now is the signal on the grid of the detector tube. And we're looking at it on the SDR. What happened? Everything's gone bye-bye. Well, I took care of it. Oh, there's stuff all over the SDR. I wasn't looking at the SDR. Let me watch that again. I'm not paying attention. My own experiment. Well, that's a little interesting. Okay, so this is reassuring. This is kind of what you want to see. Just at the end of the run of the capacitor, the radio tunes the other direction. Just before it shorts out. So now that's great. Okay, so what we're seeing now is the radio's selectivity scanning down through the AM band. Finally, I got something kind of interesting here. This is great. When you look at the waterfall, slow this baby down a little bit here. I won't. If you just watch the waterfall, as I tune across, you'll see these vertical lines where there's a noise signal brightening way up as the radio selects them, basically. Just tune across. So for instance, we come, see those signals that are there are getting boosted, if you like. It's exactly what the radio should be doing. I'm not hearing anything out of the speaker though, so that's a little weird. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but on the grid of the detector tube is this. Let me remove, I have the signal generator running and connected to the antenna. So I'm going to disconnect the signal generator, which is lowering the impedance of the antenna. This will bring the actual outdoor antenna signal to the fore, I think. Here we go. And once again, I'm eating crow. So now we have just the antenna. Let me do the antenna tuner here. This should be interesting too. Oop. That is interesting. Hit the frequency that we're tuned to, it really shows up. You can actually see it working its way along. watch my hand and watch the screen at the same time. Fortunately, I'm monitoring my hand with my brain, so I only have to look at the screen with my eyes. So that's just doing what you would expect it to do, basically. Tune it right on. So I have the antenna resonant at the frequency that the radio is set to. And what is it? It's set to about 900, and on the SDR, yeah, that's showing up just above 900. Just a little bit. Okay, so let's go down to 640 here. Down to 640, where there's a radio station. 640. That would be right around this area. A little peak sitting there, but I know that that's. I'm wondering if I'm seeing the radio, commercial radio station carriers. Those little tiny peaks. Oh my gosh! I don't hear anything coming out of the speaker. Why? The SDR is zapping away most of the signal right on the detector grid. I believe that's what's happening here. So this is actually good news. This is actually suggesting the radio's not in bad shape here. Now on the other side of the detector, everything becomes audio. So I believe could use the signal tracer in its audio mode. Okay, audio mode. We can listen. We can listen to the audio. I don't know what we're going to hear here. So I'm going to stick this right on the plate resistor. It's one of those cartridge resistors here. We're going to hear it. And the last thing we hear. Other side. Always have your hand on the volume control. Take off the SDR, take the load off the detector here. Okay, now you can see a signal getting through. That's mildly interesting. So what I'm hearing out of the speaker on the old radio is not the same as what's coming out of. How would that be? How would that be? Because what we're hearing on the speaker is what's coming basically out of the plate circuit of this tube, which is going through this resistor, and then on its way to the amplifier. I should be able to hear exactly what's coming out of the speaker here. It should sound exactly like that. Sure doesn't. Let's go back one piece. I'm not sure what I'm going to listen to here. Nothing. Huh. La 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 la. Wow. Okay. I don't know. This is, this has not been terribly helpful. So this is really sounding like a radio right now. We try once again and see if it's actually receiving. 640. Come on, baby. Pick up anything. Signal generator on. Set the signal generator to 640. So we're actually tuned to 680, which is another strong station. Here is 640. Come on, radio. Just any little tidbit. Squeaker, come on. Back to RF on the tracer. We're at 640. I made a dumb mistake here. Yeah, 640. Yeah, I'm wearing out. 640. This is 640. I'm confusing myself. Yeah, I'm worn out. Time to stop. 640. See, I can't even pick it up with this radio here. There's no stations to pick up here. What a schmozzle. It's a schmozzle. It's a huge schmozzle. Okay, this is any old piece of wire. It's just a piece of wire laying on the floor behind me. It's about 10, 15 feet of wire. I think we're hearing, these are the radio stations. That. I think I can hear it there. You know, I've had years of listening to noise on radios and stuff like that, and you can really be fooled. Listening to just noise and think you hear voices and stuff. Oh, maybe I'm admitting to something here. I'm hearing voices. Okay, where did I get today? I don't think I got anywhere, really. Wow. Just kind of rolling around between, there's no hope for this radio to work, not because of the radio, but because of the environment, versus there's something really weird about this radio. You know what? Maybe I gotta take it right outside, right away from everything, and actually try it. See what happens when it's out of here and out. Okay, I gotta call it quits here. I'm not sure I packed my head with more stuff to think about, or if I'm just added to the confusion. I really think I gotta take this out at this point before I kill myself trying to fix something that's not broken. What's broken is the environment here, I think. And I cannot escape it. There's no way to escape it. So, nice day today. Nice day to put a radio out on my deck, I think. I don't know. Thanks for watching, and who knows what I'm going to do next. I sure don't. See ya. Well, hi, and thanks for joining me in the great outdoors here in my backyard. Actually, we're up on top of my deck. And what have I done? I brought out the old radio out here, and I've also brought this one here for us to compare. So what I'm hoping is out here, a little distance from my house, things will be a lot quieter. You can see a wire on the ground. That's my first experimental antenna I'll use. Just a piece of wire. I have other antennas out here I can make use of. So the first thing I want to do is play this radio and just see what we can hear on the AM radio band. So I'm just gonna hold the phone here. Hold the phone. And we'll see how this goes. So, there's a station at 640 and 680.
With planes flying over every 30 seconds.
Really, it is. You're not exaggerating.
So,
it's every...
So this is the station I'm always trying to pick up in my shop. If it's interfered with something terrible. Yes, it was all day, all night. Just to demonstrate there's not much interference out here.
Was it enough to make you...
There's no signal here, like no radio station, and the noises. There's that noise. You can hear that one in my shop. But you know what? Its signal strength is similar to a radio station signal strength. So I'm quite certain I've got greatly reduced noise out here.
Alright, just me for today, and I'll give you a picture. Will they'd look to improve the defense in the outfield across the board?
Yeah, no, I don't think that
I didn't know there was a station at 560. And this is coming from Buffalo. Buffalo's got to be 300 miles from here or so. Again, so there's no noise wiping it out. But you can be pretty hopeful that this radio is gonna work just as well. Okay, now there may be some wind that blows through the microphone on my phone here. I can't really control that. As soon as I plug this guy in, he's going to be on. Right now it has basically no antenna, little tiny piece of wire. So let me plug it in. Okay, so I can hear the hum from here. There's a slight hum in the speaker. Tubes have lit. I think we're ready to go. No antenna, first try, no antenna. Volume full. Not a sound. Oh. No. Okay, now we got, I don't know for sure the radio's working, of course, until we hear something. Oh. You know what? It's still warming up, this tube. By the way, the temperature out here today is 29 degrees. It's about 70%, 60% humidity or something like that. It's a nice day. Okay, let's hope the wind doesn't blow my phone off either. So I'll now attach an antenna and we'll see what we get. Okay, volume full. There we go. That's pretty disappointing, as I was saying. Where the station should be. Nothing. Okay, I'm going to supersize the antenna by connecting the end of the antenna wire to a fairly long outdoor antenna I have in my backyard. So I'm just going to go over and do that. Okay, so we're on a pretty big antenna now. A little more. What station are we listening to? Son of a gun. It's kind of weird. I can't find the station we're listening to.
He was unable to get through Q school here, but he was able to get through
590.
finishing Q school allowed him to get it.
I don't know why I missed that. 590 is a fairly strong station out of Toronto, and that would be right around here. So this is actually pretty close. Wow, it's really, really surprising. I was not expecting it to sound the same, but it does sound pretty much the same. I think I gotta bring out my signal tracer out here and see what it does out here. Okay, that's another surprising journey here. Okay, let's give this a go. This, of course, is my signal tracer from the shop, which is a TRF radio like this one. So we're going to try this guy out. See what happens. I'm expecting to be able to receive radio in a very normal way with this. Not all garbled up. But in the shop, both of these are garbled similarly. So first we'll try with basically that much antenna, nothing. We're not going to hear it. Okay. Okay, now we're going to hook on to the, this is the full antenna. Oh, I should have brought a clip. Okay, let's see what we get. A little hard to hear over the hammering, eh? Zero. We're getting zero from this. Really? Zero? It's a little hard to believe. certainly is operating. Another unexpected result here. Okay, so this radio is unplugged. It's just a big honking chunk of metal here. I'm going to hook the ground up to it in hopes that somehow that helps. Oh. Okay, something was going on here. Now we're cooking. All it's picking up is the noise. Wow. Still an unexpected result. Yeah. I don't know what else I can do. I'll reduce the antenna. Goodness knows how that would help, but you do it. Oh. Huh. It was nice and quiet out here earlier. Now it's not so quiet anymore, but well, it receives exactly the same garbled stuff. Unless both these radios have problems of an identical sort or a similar sort. There's something in common affecting this. You know what? I really can't put my finger on it. I mean, we can all guess. It's something to do with the power system, something to do with a 60 cycle hum, something to do with something like that.